What is going on, YouTube? Not Moran's back here again today, and today I have a video that I think most of you guys will enjoy. This is going to be how to find the perfect settings and sensitivity for you guys in Fortnite for Season 7, all right? A lot of people come to me and they ask me, like, sense this, sense that, what are your settings, what do you run on, like, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And I think this video is going to help the masses because you guys are going to be able to do it all on your own and find out the best ones for you just with this proven strategy that I'm about to show you here in the video a little bit later down the line, all right? If you guys are new here, please hit that bottom right subscription button. It should be a little diamond. It's got an NM on it. Just hit it. It takes 2 seconds. Give me a subscription. You won't regret it. Come here for your one-stop shop for all your Fortnite content, okay? Without further ado, we're gonna get right into the video and we're gonna help you get that settings right. So the trick to finding the settings for you is that you wanna find the settings and sensitivity that is going to make you the most smooth player in Fortnite, okay? Becoming a smooth player in Fortnite is something that you're gonna absolutely need to try and become, okay? Smooth players in Fortnite are players that don't miss shots, don't miss edits, don't overbuild. They know exactly where they're building and when, and they do it with cause, okay? This becomes sort of impossible when you play like an absolute crackhead and builds go everywhere, tiles go everywhere, you can't hit edits, and you're just trying to spin around as fast as you can, okay? So for the purpose of this video, we're going to try and get you a settings and sensitivity that is going to make you a very, very smooth player and more efficient than you have been at Fortnite, okay? I get a lot of people complaining all the time that they can't hit shots or they can't execute builds properly or edits or any of those kinds of things. And the reason is that you're probably playing on too high of a sensitivity for you. We'll get into that just a second when we go over there into Raider 464 edit course, and then I'm going to go over my settings and sensitivity, why I do that, and what you need to implement into your game. Alrighty guys, now that we are in Raider 464's edit course, I'm going to be going over giving you an overview of my settings and sensitivity, and then going through each and everything and explaining to you why I use it or why I don't use it, okay? And then stick around towards the end because that is where I'm going to be explaining to you how you can find your own unique and perfect sensitivity for you. Alright, let's get started. All right, right here, these are all my PC settings. You guys can go ahead and look at these. I do use performance mode. I think performance mode is the best right now. I would definitely use it if you are on PC. Okay, toggle sprint off. Sprint by default is on. I think sprint by default is huge. I don't know why anyone really wouldn't use it. You're just, you know, beating the hell out of your analog stick if you're going to. I don't like sprint cancels reloading because I don't like when anyone is gonna like stop running. Yeah, I don't like sprint cancels reloading because I think that you should continue a reload, because if your gun's not filled, I mean, really, like, what's the point in running? You know what I mean? I just don't use it personally. Auto open doors, I think, is great, okay, because if you're trying to go for like a bottom peanut butter edit, for example, and then you mess up on one and then you do like a 2-tile and it makes a door, you can at least go through it and get out instead of being stuck there, okay? These are all these. You can take a look at them if you want. Reset building choice, I always have that on. That's really crucial for placing walls up, so you can always get your first wall back. Disable pre-edit option, I have that on. Turbo building on. Confirm edit on release off. I do not like playing confirm edit on release. If you watch many of my other videos, you'll know that I don't like that. Here's some other stuff that I really don't have to go over. Record replays, always have those off, especially if you're on console, because this will decrease your frames. We don't need to go over that stuff. We don't need to go over either. The mouse sensitivity, because I play on controller. And now here is where the bread and butter is going to come in. All right. Auto run on, build immediately, builder pro on, but I use custom bind, so whatever. That doesn't really matter so much. Edit hold time. Don't even think about this for a second, because it doesn't matter, because I don't have an edit hold time anyway. It's just on here, so disregard this because I have triple edit bind, so the edit hold time doesn't really matter so much. Vibration is off. I think you should take off vibration if you have it on, because this can throw off your tracking. It can throw off your building a little bit if you have things that are vibrating. Even like a little like millisecond or like a millimeter, you know, of input will matter in the game. Okay. Build modes here is what I rock. These are pretty much Slight settings. Okay, now Slight is a Fortnite pro. He is completely cracked, so these aren't settings that I came up with myself. These are from another like pro player, so that is kind of like the info that you're getting reiterated here. 1.9 on build mode, edit mode, I'm using 1.3. I think he uses 1.4, but I use 1.3 because I find that one works for me. 41 horizontal, 54 vertical. Don't use any boosts, any of that kind of stuff. And I do play on linear. Okay. Now, if you play exponential, the tips that I'm going to be giving you here in a second to find your perfect settings are not really going to work for you as much because I don't play exponential, so I don't really know the good inputs to put in for exponential. I don't really know the values that are great for those, so this is going to be mostly for like linear players, but I think a lot of the people that watch my videos do play linear, so we'll go with that. Dead zone 10, this one 5. Keep your right stick dead zone as far down as you possibly can. Foot controller, I have it on because I also think that it reduces input delay, so that I have heard. Oh, and another thing up top here, I forgot to mention this, but the 0.250, I maxed it out because I heard that it also reduces input delay. I got that from Colazo. And these are going to be my binds. I do play on an Xbox Elite controller, so just think about the 4 paddles on the back that are going to be there, why I bind things a certain ways that I do. All right, I have my confirm on right bumper, and then I have right trigger as my reset, and then I select on my bottom left paddle. Now, this is the thing that I'm going to show you, okay, as far as defining what you are going to do. All right, so without further ado, let's get right into that. I'm gonna go over, let's go right here, check this out again. So here, you're gonna copy my settings completely. Okay, just copy this. This is what Slight had. This is really good settings to have. This works. You're gonna copy this first off, all right? The 1.9, the 1.3, the 41, and the 54, and then we are gonna sort of tailor a game plan to you to find what you want, all right? And I'm gonna take you through this. The first thing that you are gonna do is gonna be aim. All right, but it can't just be regular aim. All right, it's got to be from like a position that you don't really know where the enemy is. So you're gonna come over into here or like one of these boxes, okay, and then you're just gonna make an edit, and then you are gonna shoot the guy. And if it shoots like that right there, you see where like I didn't hit him. I did that on purpose, but I didn't hit him right there. Okay, so if you can't even like track this guy right here, like you literally come up here and you're just missing left and right, then lower the sensitivity down a little bit for the horizontal, okay, or like the vertical. Get it until you got a point where you can hit this guy literally like consistently every time that you pull this open. All right, if you're like scuffing over here and you're getting up in here and everything like that, then start lowering it down. All right, that isn't going to be a sensitivity for you. Fine, so you can get fine tune right on this guy on the crosshair and you can hit him every single time. Okay. All right. Now, moving on. All right. Now, this is going to be for the build mode sensitivity multiplier. Okay. So you're going to go here. You're going to crank 90s. All right. And if you can't crank a 90 without like being, you know, spam buildy all over the frickin' place, like walls are going everywhere and you can't, you're frickin' not in control, then lower the build mode sensitivity multiplier down a little bit, okay? You should want to be a smooth and fluent player, okay? So everything you do should definitely be with a purpose. It should be with fluidity. If you're just out there cranking walls and whatnot and you have no control over like what's going on, then lower that down a little bit, okay? But if you're also finding that it is way too slow and you could go way higher while still maintaining that level of control, then obviously turn it up. All right, so we're gonna go through these one by one till we can like handcraft what you would need. Now, for the edit mode sensitivity multiplier, okay, we are going to go through a few things, okay, because edit mode sensitivity multiplier gets a little tricky, all right, because a lot of people like editing in build mode, which is where you're right here. You can edit out and just kind of like keep going, you know what I mean? So you can get like a further away tile, any of that kind of stuff. So that is sort of dependent on the build mode multiplier as well, okay? So we're going to need to do like a few things to see if you can get your right edit sensitivity, all right? So you're going to come here. First thing that you are going to do, all right, is just keep this pickaxe out, okay? Don't edit in build mode yet. Come here, make an edit, make these, okay? Here, here. So it should be 1 and then 2. Now, if you can get this on like a consistent basis where you don't have to like mess up multiple times, see like right here, I'm kind of like doing that on purpose too, but if you're right here, you want to get it so you don't mess up that consistently. If it's too slow, bump it up. If it is too fast, slow it down. Now, all right, the next thing you're going to do is about editing in build mode. Okay, so you want this to be comfortable too. If you can't edit in build mode and everything is just, let's say, like flying over the place and everything, then maybe your building sensitivity is still a little bit too high, and then you want to turn it down a little bit so that you can edit consistently while in build mode. So come here, grab this tile right here, come up here, same thing. Just keep grabbing the tile, all right? Work through it slow. If it's too fast, swap it. If it's too slow for you and you can do it much quicker, raise it up a little bit, okay? And over time, guys, you're gonna get, you know, that like perfect sensitivity that's gonna like work for you, and everything is gonna feel smooth like bread and butter. Now, the last thing that we are gonna work on here, now this is still for the editing sensitivity, but we are going to work on tunneling because we need consistent tunnels, okay? If you're gonna play this game a little bit like competitively, obviously. So keep your edit mode sensitivity what it was after that, and then you want to hit tunnels consistently, okay? So we want to be able to come here, tunnel out, and make the consistent edits. If they aren't consistent and you're not able to tunnel consistently, then turn it down, okay? Because you need to be hitting these edits, all right? These are like really easy for me because my sensitivity is at like the perfect amount. All right, so go through, get an editing sensitivity down where you are able to hit these peanut butter edits as quick and as efficiently as you possibly can, okay? Alrighty guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that. If you follow those strategies and kind of like implement those, I am sure that you're going to be able to find the perfect sensitivity for all of those multipliers. All right, just stay in Raiders edit map as long as you really like can, or as long as you really need to get those settings and sensitivities completely down and down packed for you so they don't mess up in game. All right, remember, fluidity beats those players that just kind of spin around all the time and they look flashy but they're really not, and push comes to shove, if you got a better aim, you're gonna kill them pretty much every time. All right, implement those strategies. You guys are gonna be on your way to becoming gods at Fortnite. All right, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Peace.